welcome to Meeting Malkmus, a pavement podcast. Hey, it's JD, and it's the start of another new year. That's a little Easter egg for you. I'll tell you what, welcome to 2020, welcome to the future. I don't know where 20 years has went, where it's disappeared to, but just like that, it's vanished. It seems like yesterday I was worried about dating and my favorite band breaking up and Y2K, and man, it's just, here we are in 2020, and I don't know what to think other than it doesn't feel like the future. It doesn't feel like 20 years from 2000. I don't know. What are you thinking? Any New Year's resolutions? Email me, jd@meetingmalkmus.com. Today we are, as we do every week, running through the canon of seminal indie rock band Pavement and looking for some nuggets, some clues, some hints as to what they were thinking and what they were doing when they were creating this really great rock and roll in the 90s. And I guess wishing for more. And maybe even getting a chance to someday meet Malkmus. That's what we're doing here. Over there in the bonus feed, we're working our way through Slanted and Enchanted, Lux and Redux. So we're into the watery sessions now. And I think this week on the feed, Sumi Jack went up. So there's that. On this feed, though, which is the important one that we're talking about, we've got Heaven is a Truck, and we're going to bring it down another half or almost full step after Range Life. Range Life is a big sprawling song, but it's slowed down. It's a little more thought out, and then we bring it down even more into Heaven is a Truck, which is a real pretty, it's pretty. It's a pretty, and it's meandering. I picture the keys in there just sort of floating, and that intro is real nice, and the vocal is dynamite. While I was searching for some alternate takes of Heaven is a Truck to play you, I came across one by the Sleep Talkers, and it's just one performer from the band. I don't know much about the Sleep Talkers, I won't lie to you. Maybe I should wiki them. Okay, I'm back, and I looked it up, and there's nothing on Wiki. It looks like there's a Twitter account, but there might be another Sleep Talkers band rather, because there's stuff from 2011, and then there's more current stuff from 2019. So I'm not 100% sure. This one, though, is from 2019, and this is an acoustic version, and this really showcases that very pretty guitar. And we don't often get that sort of ISO on just how nice the guitar work is, and this is a pretty true to form cover, because it is just an acoustic guitar and a vocal. Anyway, I'm rambling here. So this is Heaven is a Truck, performed by the Sleep Talkers on Meeting Malkmus, a pavement podcast.
Heaven is a truck that got stuck on the breeze. Ask the driver nicely, I need a lift, I need release. The could use some cold advice about a few things. Loosen my dress, tell me you're just like all the rest. She is the queen of Castle Pasadena. She is the queen of Castle California. She is the queen of Castle Pasadena. Thrill.
All right. So here's what I would say to anyone, nobody listening to this podcast thinks that Malkmus can't sing, but there are people out there that will say, he's off key and he's pitchy and, there's all this, sort of noise in his vocal. And I'll tell you what, you listen to a more traditional singer, somebody who's got a very clean voice, performing a Malkmus song like we just heard, and you really understand just how fucking great Stephen Malkmus is. I mean, I played you that so that you could enjoy the guitar, just really the beginning, as it comes in, because it's so pretty and so nice and so lush on an acoustic guitar. But I really hated the vocal in that track, and maybe that makes me a horrible person, but I just didn't like it. It did nothing for me. And yet listening to Steven sing that song, and to be fair, that's his song. Why do I always say song? I don't understand. Anyway, but that's his song, and it adds another layer. It's another weapon in their arsenal, in Pavement's arsenal, is his sort of open jaw vocal delivery, slack jaw vocal delivery. And it sounds wonderful. Let's keep the music coming and listen to a live version. This is from 95, and it's got a real cool intro, I thought. So I thought I would play it for you. This is Heaven is a Truck, live from 95 on Meeting Malkmus, the Pavement Podcast.
The town that I was born, Heaven is a truck. It got stuck on the breeze. If you see the driver, tell him I need help, I need release. Sand in the boat, on a rose-covered float. She is the queen of Cancel Pasadena. I know rocks can't fly, I know the sharks, they don't have wings. Lately you need some cold advice about a few things. You say dress, tie me up like all the rest. She is the queen of Cancel Pasadena. She is the queen of Cancel Pasadena. She is the queen of Cancel Pasadena.
Oh boy, that's just yeah. What I think that version really shows off is Westy's, what he brings to the table. You know how I feel about Gary and what he brought to the table. There's just a real swing, there's a like a real, like a waltzy swing, almost like a 3/4, going on in a 4/4 song. It might be 3/4. And it sounds real open, and it's got that bobbing swing to it. It's just great. And you can hear Malkmus playing with that in the vocal melody. And yeah, I'm waving my hand back and forth as I say this. It's just very cool. And then, the full band comes in, and again, it just sounds great. I love I love the Bob stuff. It's a real wonderful live version. So there's that. Now, what is this all about? Well, I don't know. As I'm going to start disclaiming at the beginning of every episode, or maybe I'll put it on the website or something, that I don't know. I don't know. These are all just guesses, right? These are all just, unless we have, some sacred texts, some sacred Jedi texts. By the way, did you see Star Wars? Holy fuck. Wow. Some sacred Jedi texts. I would say, nobody knows. And I think, in talking with Spiral, the times that I've talked to him, it's Stephen would come in and off the cuff things. A lot of times he'd have, some phrases written down and things like that, but he would, just spatter things out and, really impress the band as he did it. So, that's pretty cool. And it's tough to imagine what this song is about. But from a titular perspective, Heaven is a Truck. You can imagine the lyrics sort of expanding on that concept, which is sort of a bizarre thing. What kind of truck is it? What kind of truck is it that we're talking about here? Is this a road song? Is this that, they're not going around in Bob's station wagon anymore, or like touring in a station wagon, or touring in a pickup truck? They have an actual truck for their gear, to put their gear in and enjoy things a little bit. That would sure feel like heaven, wouldn't it? If you were, a band that wasn't touring that way, and suddenly you're touring in a more traditional way with a truck. I don't mean a big 18-wheeler. They didn't have that much gear, but a big cube or something like that, that would be heaven. Heaven would be a truck. But the song, there is a character, and the character is asking the driver of the said truck for a lift because they need release. So that throws my road theory out the window. But what kind of release do they need? Do they need the release of leaving this life? I don't know. The sand in the boats and the rose-colored covered floats. She is the queen of a canceled Pasadena thrill. And that to me is talking about the Rose Bowl parade, or the parade of roses that happens in Pasadena, which I'm not even gonna suggest what part of California Pasadena is in. It's in LA, I think, but it's a separate part, but it's Southern California for real. Please correct me, and I know you will if I'm wrong. I don't know. Because, the next chorus, or the next verse starts, I know arcs can't fly, and I know that sharks, they don't have wings. But lady, you need some cold advice about a few things. And what is that cold advice? Well, we don't really get it. We don't really get it lyrically. We aren't privy to that cold advice. Specifically, about a few things. We just don't get access to that. But the next verse is loosen my dress, tie me up just like all the rest. So again, that's maybe a beauty queen, somebody who would be the queen of the Rose Bowl parade, loosen my vest or loosen my dress, tie me up just like all the rest. To me, that's like a, like a very corset type thing. Being bound, for beauty. And she is the queen of a canceled Pasadena thrill. So, I don't know. I mean, it's a song about California on a record that's really about California, that's recorded in New York. Interesting. I don't know. I just don't know, but that's what I've got. What do you got? JD@meetingmalkmus.com. And also send me your stories, how you found the band and where you came across them. And, when you've seen them live, great live stories, anything. I'm lacking in emails is what I'm trying to say. This is Heaven is a Truck, the studio cut on Meeting Malkmus, a pavement podcast.
Heaven is a truck. It got stuck on the breeze. Asked the driver nicely, I need a lift, I need release. The sand in the boats on a rose-covered float. She is the queen of the Pasadena thrill. I know arcs can't fly, I know the sharks, they don't have wings. But lately you need some cold advice about a few things. Loosen my dress, tie me up just like all the rest. She is the queen of the Pasadena thrill. Just the queen of the Pasadena thrills. Is the queen of the Pasadena thrills.
Beautiful. And if you want to hear another cut on the Lux and Redux, there is a version that's parenthetically called Eggshell, and it's mixed differently. The keys are way up in the mix, and the vocal it's like just in the left side of your headphones. Should I just play it? I mean, this is a lot of music in one episode. Yeah, this is Eggshell. This is Heaven is a Truck, Eggshell.
Heaven is a truck. It got stuck on the breeze. Asked the driver nicely, I need a lift, I need release. The sand in the boats on a rose-covered floats. She is the queen of the Pasadena thrill. I know arcs can't fly, I know the sharks, they don't have wings. But up just like all the rest. She is the queen of the Pasadena thrill, just the queen of the Pasadena thrills, she's the queen of the Pasadena thrills, queens, kings, queens, kings, dresses prim. They're squinting in the back. Honorary chairman, I want an award for starring on this planet. Let me on the truck.
All right, it's totally just about a parade. I know that arcs can't fly, so and I know that sharks don't have wings. That would be like, you know, maybe more Macy's Day, like Thanksgiving Day parade. Macy's Day, my God. The Thanksgiving Day parade, you know, where you see those floats that fly above the thing. Absolutely. I'm convinced now this is a parade song, and Heaven is a Truck is, you know, the queen riding in the back of a truck or an opened car of some sort. But that's what I think. That's what I've got. We listened to a lot of versions of that today, so sorry if that's too music heavy, but that's what you're here for. Come on, another Easter egg, and that's what I have for you for the first episode of 2020 with Pavement and all our friends. So I hope you enjoy it. Next week we're going to talk to Spiral. We're going to listen to a Spiral song, and we're going to get into Hit the Plane Down. So come on back. Thanks for coming out. Talk to you soon. Meeting Malkmus, a Pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at meetingmalkmus.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalkmus.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malkmus.